If you're proud of the money sitting in your savings account right now, then this video is for you, because I need to stop you. That exact habit could quietly cost you over $100,000 by the time you retire, and most people won't realize it until it's too late. In the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly how this happens and exactly what to do instead, starting today. Before I start, if you are new on this video, please give a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Sam and Alex started at the exact same job on the exact same day, earning the exact same salary. Every single month, both of them set aside $300 without fail. Sam opened a savings account at the local bank and quietly moved that money in every payday, feeling proud each time the balance ticked upward. Alex did something different. Alex opened a brokerage account that same week and put that same $300 into a diversified index fund every single month, without checking it daily, without panicking during the dips, and without ever pulling it out early. For the first 2 years, nothing about their lives looked different. Sam had around $7,200 sitting safely in the bank. Alex had almost the same amount sitting in the market, except Alex's number moved around a little, up 1 month, down the next, which made Sam feel like the smarter one for choosing something so stable. This feels like progress and it feels like control, so Sam assumed this was what winning actually looked like. But Sam was standing in a clean, tidy room while never noticing the door in the wall that led somewhere completely different, a door Alex had already walked through. Here is the line that changes everything. Saving protects the money you already have, while investing creates money you never had, and these are two completely different jobs wearing the exact same disguise. Sam was doing job 1, Alex was doing job 2, and for years, from the outside, it looked like they were doing the exact same thing. Saving versus investing is not really 2 ideas, it is actually 5, and almost nobody explains the difference clearly. Sam's account was the emergency fund type, pure cash sitting there earning around 4%, meant for the day the car breaks down or the job disappears. Alex's account belonged to a completely different category, the index fund investor, the most boring and unglamorous strategy that exists, and also the strategy responsible for most of the long-term wealth ever built by ordinary people. Sam genuinely believed the two of them were doing basically the same thing at different speeds. Alex knew they weren't, because Alex understood something Sam never stopped to ask about. Let us inventory exactly what each of them was purchasing, because the difference is larger than either of them realized. Sam was buying safety and liquidity, nothing more. That $15,000 Sam had built up by year 5 behaved like a fortress, exactly the same $15,000 the next year, predictable and solid, but completely static, never growing, never working. Alex was buying something categorically different, which is ownership. Every single share Alex bought made Alex a tiny fractional owner of thousands of real operating businesses, the coffee chain on the corner, the phone company in everyone's pocket, the software quietly running Sam's own bank in the background. Sam kept lending money to the system. Alex had quietly become a shareholder inside it. By year 5, Sam had noticed Alex's account statements looked messier, with numbers that moved around, and assumed Alex was taking a bigger risk for no real reason. What Sam didn't realize was that opening that account had cost Alex nothing extra, no thousands of dollars, no finance degree, just a decision to start. The real barrier Alex had to cross wasn't money, it was 3 specific things. Building an emergency fund first, which Alex did in year 1 before investing a single dollar toward growth. Having the patience to watch the balance drop 20% in a rough month without panicking, which Alex was tested on during a rough patch in year 6, and giving it real time, a minimum 5-year horizon, because this kind of math simply does not work on a 6-month clock. Let us trace where Sam's and Alex's money physically went during those 30 years, because this is where the picture becomes clearer. Sam's money went straight to the bank, and the bank didn't just hold on to it. They lent it back out to other customers at 7, 8, even 9% interest through mortgages and car loans. They paid Sam around 4% for the use of that money and quietly kept the rest of the spread. Sam was, without ever realizing it, financing the bank's own profit margin for 30 straight years. Alex's money skipped that middleman entirely and went directly into ownership of real businesses. Those businesses sold their products, generated profit, and that profit either got reinvested to grow the company, raising the value of Alex's shares, or got paid straight to Alex as a dividend in cash. There was no institution standing between Alex and the growth anymore. Alex had become the middleman, collecting what the bank used to quietly keep for itself. Here's the part that would have surprised Sam. Sam always assumed the safer path was the account that never seemed to drop, while Alex's moving numbers looked like the dangerous one. Over the full 30 years, it was the opposite. Sam's cash wasn't standing still. It was losing ground to inflation every single year, quietly and invisibly, with no red numbers ever appearing to warn Sam. $1 in year 1 simply bought more than $1 in year 30, so Sam's balance felt safe because the number itself never dropped, even though what that number could actually buy kept shrinking the entire time. Alex's balance felt dangerous because it visibly moved up, down, and sideways, sometimes sharply, especially during that rough stretch in year 6 when the market fell hard and Alex almost pulled everything out. But Alex stayed in, and over the full 15 and then 30-year stretch, that diversified portfolio outpaced inflation by a wide margin, while Sam's savings account barely kept up with it, some years losing ground outright. Sam's choice felt safe and was actually slowly losing. Alex's choice felt risky and was actually the one protecting the future. None of this was free of risk for Alex, and it would be dishonest to pretend otherwise. If Alex had skipped building that emergency fund first, a market downturn combined with a job loss could have forced Alex to sell at a loss during that rough year 6. If Alex had chased individual hot stocks instead of staying diversified, this would have turned into gambling with extra steps. And if Alex had panic sold during that dip, like almost happened, those losses would have locked in permanently instead of fully recovering the way they eventually did. The real risk was never the market itself. The real risk was always going to be Alex's own behavior during the market's ordinary ups and downs. There was one single lever that separated where Sam and Alex ended up, and it was time in the market, not timing it. Both of them put in exactly $300 a month for 30 years, starting at the same age, which is what made this comparison so clean in the first place. Here's the actual math behind their two very different endings. Sam's $300 a month, sitting in that savings account, earning roughly 2% after inflation for 30 years, grew to around $98,000. Alex's exact same $300 a month, invested in that diversified index fund, averaging 7% annual return for the same 30 years, grew to around $243,000. Same two people, same salary, same monthly amount, same 30 years, yet the difference came out to $145,000, created entirely by which door each of them chose to walk through on day 1. Sam wasn't wrong to want safety, and that $15,000 cushion in the early years genuinely mattered. But it was only ever half of the full story, because saving protects the money you already have, while investing creates the money you never had in the first place. And Sam spent 30 years guarding a wall, while Alex spent 30 years quietly building an engine. If you liked this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and give it a thumbs up. We describe financial-related videos every week: investing, credit cards, economics, and business. Click on the videos below, and thanks for watching.